name is Jenna and today I'm going to be doing a movie review of Dumbo, the 2019 version, the Tim Burton version, which came out this year, obviously. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, so you can watch the entirety of this video without fear of being spoiled. So if you don't know what Dumbo is about, this movie is basically a remake slash adaptation of the original Dumbo, which came out in 1941. It follows an elephant who is born with really large ears. His name is Dumbo, and he lives at a circus. And this new film follows a family, which is dad and two kids, and I have to admit, I don't remember dad or two kids' names. This movie did come out in March. I watched it a very long time ago, but Vocal Nodules couldn't do a review, but I really wanted to get one up for you guys now. And basically, Dumbo is then exploited through this circus, and the kids have to try to convince their dad that it's not right for Dumbo to be exploited in the way that he is, and chaos kind of ensues from there. So I have to say, when I was watching Dumbo, it felt like I was watching two separate movies. It felt like I was simultaneously watching a remake of the original Dumbo, but also that I was just simply watching an adaptation of it. So the first 40 to 45-ish minutes of the new film is pretty much a rehash of the original movie, which is, you know, Dumbo is born and then things happen with his mother and things happen with pink elephants and everything, which is terrifying. There's a mouse. So a lot of that is changed, obviously, as none of the human characters in the original film had any speaking lines. So that kind of has been changed. Obviously, we have a full human cast that we are following along with Dumbo. And at about the 40-45 minute mark though, everything kind of shifts entirely and the film becomes something completely new and different. And I feel like that was very jarring, and I almost feel like they had to either start the film with this midpoint happening and just have Dumbo and everyone included in this midpoint. I don't really know how I want to say it, but it didn't work having the 40-45 minutes be basically a remake of the original film, which only went for an hour, and then they expanded on the rest of the film, but by expanding it they made it two separate films that they've mushed into one. So I didn't think that worked very well. The storyline itself wasn't bad. Like, what they came up with for the second half of the film was really, really good. It just felt like it was tacked on to the end of a movie. It kind of felt like I was watching a double feature of the original and its sequel, in a way, was what I felt like. And it wasn't a bad storyline, it was just disjointed and jarring, and it definitely took me out of the film a little bit when that midpoint happened and I went, hold on, we are going in a completely different direction now. Why? So when it comes to the characters, none of them really feel like they have any depth to them at all. So we have Colin Farrell's character, who I believe is named Holt, and he has just come back from the war and he has left behind his two children, a daughter and a son. The son is kind of very much like, yes, circus life, but the daughter wants more. The daughter wants to do science. She wants to be that kind of person, you know, but she lives at the circus, so they expect her to be a circus girl, and the fact that she's a girl and this is set back before women are, you know, encouraged to pursue intellectual means. And the film is very much focused on this little family unit, and it expects us to feel for this dad who can't quite connect with his children anymore after he's been away and has come back from the war. The problem is I didn't feel as though they had enough depth in order for me to feel something for them. So I'd be watching this scene and it would be really powerful and everyone on screen is doing a great job, but I would just be sitting there like, I don't feel like I know you well enough to care enough about your plight, about what's happening, about why you can't connect with each other. And that's really how I felt throughout the whole film. It was simultaneously meant to be about Dumbo and about his plight, but it was also meant to be about this family unit and why they weren't working as a family, and Dumbo was meant to sort of help them with that. And it just felt really messy and disjointed, and it just felt like it wasn't, I don't want to say realistic because this is a film about a flying elephant, but it wasn't plausible within the world of how I would perceive this family to work. A lot of the characters almost felt stereotypical of each other. So we have the business mongrel who is the one who is exploiting Dumbo. We have the old school circus owner who just kind of wants everyone to have a great time but understands that he is losing money and he has to do something in order to fix it. We have the dad who's not great because he's been to war but he's come back. We've got the two kids, and of course the girl is very scientifically minded. And then we've got all the circus people, and it just felt like everyone was really stereotypical stereotypical. It felt like they were all slotted into these really precise roles that you would expect them to play. Because of that, there was no suspense at all, and there could have been suspense. Like I said, this is an adaptation of the original film because the original film was only 60 minutes long and there wasn't a lot of plot there. This one had the opportunity to really advance on this plot and really create something special and new, and instead they created something really predictable and stereotypical and still enjoyable. It was a really cute film, but it just fell a little flat for me. Overall though, this film was stunning. Tim Burton, as always, has such visual sets and characters and costuming, and that definitely shone through. You could tell just from like the opening scene, you were like, this is a Tim Burton film, but it was done in such a way that it was beautiful. It was an absolutely stunning film to look at. It just unfortunately didn't match that when it came to its story. Stunning visuals and kind of just a meh plot. So overall, I gave this film a 3.5 stars. I thought it was visually stunning and a really cute film, but overall I found the plot and I found the characters to be lacking depth, and they just fell a little bit flat for me. So there you go, that was my review for Dumbo. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you saw the new 2019 version of Dumbo and what you thought, because I would absolutely love to know. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.